4,596 miles. This is the distance from Thessaloniki, Greece to Boston, Massachusetts. This is the distance away from home that I agreed to upon my acceptance to Northeastern University. My name is Christopher Robinson, and I am a 2014 NU in Greece participant. I'm a 19-year-old from the very small town of Sandown, New Hampshire. I've always lived in Sandown my entire life and never knew what it meant to step outside my comfort zone. Living an hour away from Boston meant that I would always be close to home, but still in the city that I loved. When reading my acceptance letter, I was very confused about what NUN was and why I wouldn't be able to live in Boston in the fall. After a lot of thought, I enrolled at Northeastern and was ready to explore the world in my first semester of college. On September 15, 2014, I boarded a plane with strangers to a place I had no familiarity of. I stayed in the Queen Olga Hotel, where I was surrounded by other students part of the Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math program, or STEM. Like me, many people were eager to meet others, and quickly, I made a lot of great people and even better friends. In no time at all, we were all a big family. We spent our first weekend in Halkidiki, where we took a boat ride along the Aegean Sea and spent all weekend laying out on the beach. Hard, right? A couple weekends later, we took a trip to the Greek capital city of Athens, named after the Greek goddess Athena. While in Athens, we had the opportunity to tour the Acropolis and the famous Parthenon. Athens is a beautiful city with so much ancient history to observe. When I wasn't traveling, I was spending my days in the beautiful city of Thessaloniki. The most beautiful attraction of Thessaloniki is the boardwalk that stretches 5.5 kilometers along the city and the sea. Many people run, bike, or just go for a stroll along the boardwalk. There are many attractions along the boardwalk that include the Alexander the Great Memorial and the White Tower. Thessaloniki is also known to have one of the best nightlifes in the world. It seems as though whatever interests you had, Thessaloniki could accommodate for it. For my service learning, I worked with the organization known as A21. A21 is a nonprofit organization with the objectives of raising awareness of sex trafficking and abductions that take place in the European Union. I worked as a leader of a small group that banded together with other groups to form the Silent 1K Walk. Everyone participating in the walk had their mouths taped with the necks to symbolize those victims who cannot speak out. More than 200 people walked in single file from Aristotle Square to the White Tower. We created a strong statement that attracted many civilians' attentions and raised awareness. I was happy I could have been a part of such a powerful movement and to work with all the volunteers of A21 who work to save lives. During my stay, I did some traveling in Europe that included a trip with my closest friends to Amsterdam. We got to see the famous red light district, the beautiful canals, and even the Heineken brewery tour. We then took a train to Brussels and had some authentic Belgian waffles, frites, and chocolate. On a long weekend, I took a separate trip to Rome where I got to see the Colosseum, the Trevi Fountain, and even got to take a tour of the Vatican City. During my time in Thessaloniki, I learned a lot about the Greek people and the Greek culture. I thought at first I would miss home, but over the past 3 months this has been my home. I made lasting friendships and memories with all those around me. I look back and remember how afraid I was to step outside my comfort zone and travel abroad my first semester. I've learned more about myself this semester than I have my whole life, and I owe it to all the people that have interacted with me since I've been here. And when I travel back to America, I will always think how I will be 4,596 miles away from home.